94 days today until my first bodybuilding competition. Sorry if it's windy. I guess we'll test out how good this mic is. So what I think I want to do is talk about how excited I am. I was not excited when I committed to doing this show because I was really nervous about how I was going to look, how difficult this was going to be, and I really just did not want to show up looking the same, if not worse, than the first time I competed 3 years ago. I practiced posing and took my first progress photos today. Yeah, obviously I have a lot of work to do, but I was very, very excited from what I saw. This last time that I competed, I did not look this good 14 weeks out. As you're watching some of these clips, you'll see that like my abs are already kind of showing through. That's never happened before. My abs historically are always the very, very last to show up. Like I remember for the competition I did 3 years ago, they didn't show up until like 3 weeks out. So you can imagine how nerve-wracking that is. I don't know, seeing those progress photos, I feel very excited. I think I might actually be able to look okay when I step on stage. So with that said, I made some adjustments this week. We're in another deload. So for the last 14 days, I was doing an L-carnitine load. So when you're using injectable L-carnitine, you take twice of your maintenance dose to help with cellular saturation. And then along with that, you need to be taking it with the highest carb meal of the day. So calories were a little higher on training days. And then I was having about 80 grams of carbs additional on rest days, just so I could take my L-carnitine. But now that I'm loaded, I can go back to kind of my more metabolic flexibility approach for my calories. Rest days are 1,600 calories, 200 grams of protein, and less than 50 grams of carbs a day. I really hope you guys can hear this. If you can't hear this, I'm sorry. It's really windy. And then training days, I just dropped calories down to 2,600. Obviously, there's a lot more carbohydrates on training days around the training window. And as I've said before, the whole purpose is just utilizing metabolic flexibility, which, okay, now that I'm talking about it, I think that is the major reason why I'm so much leaner this time around this far out, is because this is my first time actually focusing on metabolic flexibility. Because in our last prep, we were having carbs every single day. And with my horrible insulin sensitivity, which I know I have, I don't think that was very beneficial. When we like slashed carbohydrates 6 or 7 weeks out, all of a sudden I started losing weight like crazy. So yeah, so I think that's it. Another adjustment I made is keeping steps at 8,000 a day right now, because things are looking good. And then I was doing 20 minutes of high zone 2 cardio on my rest days. So every 3 days. But now we're gonna go to doing 20 minutes of high zone 2 cardio every other day. I'm doing a high carb day every 5 days. It was every 4. Now it's every 5. Just kind of spacing that out a bit. The whole reason I do that is for thyroid, which again, I know for me historically, I adapt so fast to lower calories. So I need to do everything I can to keep thyroid happy. Training is still the same, upper, lower rest on the lower days. I've added a little more shoulder work, still keeping my arm work in there because those are weak points for me. Rotated out a couple exercises, still titrating in sets and dropping RAR every session. Next week, I'm flying out to Colorado for the N1 education seminar. So what I'll do next week is a little bit of a vlog of how I'm handling traveling while staying on prep. Obviously, you don't need to go as extreme as I'm gonna go. I'm thinking of prepping 10 meals and freezing them, and then packing a bunch of ice packs, airplane approved ice packs into a checked luggage, and then checking my food with me to Colorado just so it's easy to stay on plan. That's that. If you asked me 2 weeks ago if I was excited to do a show, I would have said no, but now I feel like I can actually do this. Current routine right now is working really well as well. So I've been waking up around 4:45. I do my meditations, my visualizations, and then I jump right into about an hour of deep work. After my hour of deep work, I either go get 3,000 steps or I go do my cardio depending on the day. Then I get back, I work some more, have my pre-workout meal, get a little bit more steps, go back to work, and then I'm working out in the late morning, kind of early afternoon. The next thing that I'm working on personally is my clock out time. I am sucking at clocking out on time. Look, I'm starting work at like 5:30 a.m. There's no reason why I should be working until 6 or 7 p.m. I'm missing out on family time and time with my son. So I really need to be more diligent about my clock out times. So what's working really well right now is I have a notebook, and the night before I write out no more than 4 tasks that absolutely must get done that day, and I prioritize them. I write a 1, 2, 3, or a 4, kind of in order of priority. If everything on that task list gets done, that's it, no more work. If I didn't write it down, I don't do it. So that's working really well. There are some days where I'm able to clock out at like 3 p.m., which feels really weird for me. But I just have to remember something that my mentor told me, that it's not the hours that you're putting in, it's the quality of the work that you're putting in. So sitting at your desk for 12 hours does not mean the business is going to grow faster if you sit at your desk for 6 hours and actually get some shit done. You know, I had that same kind of expectation with my employees. I never had them clock in or clock out. I just paid them a flat salary, and I just said, look, as long as the work gets done, I really don't care when you show up, when you work. If you want to take a day off, I don't care. If you want to take a week off, I don't care. Just make sure that your work is taken care of, or your clients are taken care of. So I just need to set that same kind of expectation with me. Anyway, so that's my check-in. Keep your eyes out for the vlog next week, where I'll be in Colorado, and yeah, see you in the next one.